Hello everybody, welcome back. Gonna keep this so quick. The recap video that I said that I was gonna make is now out. It came out 2 days ago. Hit the subscribe button right here. Patreon link is below. Go subscribe on there if you'd like to. Episode 10 of Dark, season 1. We're gonna do it. I was gonna wait until episode 9 had aired and my recap video. So if there was anything that I missed, like I could know in time for this. I don't care anymore, I just want to watch episode 10. Hello, before we watch this video, there is quite a few more blurs than normal. I have had to edit this so many more times because YouTube has just found a problem after problem after problem. I've been so lucky because not a single episode of this show so far has had any copyright problems whatsoever, except this episode, so unfortunately I've had to edit it more than obviously I'd have liked to. It is still watchable, so please don't click off this video. Again, I do apologise for the extra hard editing. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, bye. It's not loud enough. Let's go. I'm so excited. I feel like there's going to be a big bang. The day of Mikkel's disappearance. Are we going back to the beginning? I'm guessing this is Peter, and I know his name now. So is this the car park where that person... Yeah. The fun buddy. I don't know what the polite term is. So he's definitely lied to Charlotte, because obviously he has seen this person within a year, and this person lied to Charlotte, say they'd not seen them in a year. I have hot Pringles today. So is this going to be like heavily centered around Peter, because Peter's been like in and out this season and lying a lot. This is the, I've been calling it the bomb shelter. I don't know what kind of room it is, but like I said, this is Germany after World War II, so well, it's not, it's 2019, but I feel like Peter's done something horrible. What's he? What's the light? You can see an obvious ring light in his reflection. What the hell is that? Is this how Helge managed to wake up from being unalive? What is that? I want to see that. Did somebody just yeet a friggin' body through a rift in time? I thought it was a TV. A really old-fashioned like brick. How and what and who and where and when? That's Mads because the yellow t-shirt. I remember Ulrich pointing the picture out. That's Mads. Is this we haven't seen this contraption yet. All we've seen is them go through time via the tunnel in the cave with the door. Is this contraption here that we've just seen the machine that future Jonas, I'm just going to say it's definitely future Jonas now because it can't not be. It's either the machine that he's been carrying around activated, or because he's got the face burn thing on where the Helge and Noah with the, you know, the chair in that room, that's the result of that. So he was born the 4th of the... When I kept saying in the past, like, the 4th of the 12th is a relevant number, and I can't remember why. It's Mads' birthday. You what?
Ich bin's, Peter. Es gibt hier was du sehen solltest.
So is this why they was both in the...
Es geht deinen Sohn.
So this is why the two of them was in the bunker. But they had the booklet, didn't they, with the time? I can't remember what the time was, but it was when Jonas went to the past for the first time. What is she doing here? Oh, those two was together. I forgot, yeah. Because she took the blueprints to that guy. Is Ulrich going to make it through this episode? Oh, don't tell me he slept with Martha. No, that's Michael. I hope Hannah gets hit by a car. Sorry, just to be brutally honest, I really don't like her. And I want to know what Noah said to Bartos, like, what's the offering? Like, there's so many questions that I really hope gets answered. It's not though, because you're stringing him along, and it's not fair on Bartos. Oh my god. Has Helge disappeared again? So I'm presuming he's gone to the bunker bomb shelter thing. Yeah, because isn't Ulrich still stuck in 53? Loving the audio, like the background. It's a bit, it's giving like Stranger Things kind of vibes. There's one thing that I didn't pick up on in the recap video, was the fact that when Ulrich unalived young Helge in the 53, he had the facial, like these scars on his cheeks here. His ear wasn't like mushed up how it is, like, because like that's really rude. But his ear is clearly, there's some sort of damage to his left ear here. Something else has happened from obviously Ulrich unaliving him in 53 to then him waking up alive again to having, like, he's kept obviously the facial scars, but then the ear is something else because the ear wasn't like that to begin with. Talking to Enos, he literally said to her, "I'm from the future," and then gave her a letter saying, but then again it was sealed, so I don't know if she would have read it. Don't tell me she's got another letter. Is that a different... It must be a different one, because obviously he's just told her that, well, he was from the future, so... Oh, he burnt. Yeah, so there's multiple copies. Yeah, why didn't she say anything to him? But then he wouldn't have existed. Sorry, I'm glazing over the... Now I have another grandma and she's the principal of my school. Oh! Oh, yeah, so it's put two and two... Oh, yeah, so, Catherine is his grandma. So his granddad's sleeping with his mum, yeah, so he's put it together. Yeah! And now he's mentally scarred for life. But it's not Enos's fault, she's just done what she can, like, she's raised a child that's not even hers. Yeah, they can change it if they want, but you're playing... Yeah, you can't play God. Like Noah, quite literally. You don't faff around going back and forth, like, through time, you just live with what you've got. There is no normal. This is your normal. It's one of those questions where your life is set, and it's like, they say it's like destiny, it's like destiny, a real thing and everything. If you had the power to change your life, and like obviously the people around you's life, would you, or would you just live with the life that you've got? And obviously that's a very difficult question, because if you feel like your life at the minute is like the best it can be, and you don't want to change anything because you feel like it could get worse if you do. But then there could be somebody that's like homeless, living on the street with no money, no family, like at the rock bottom, that they like the worst of the worst that they could be. And obviously they'll be like, yeah, of course I'll change everything because I don't want to be living like homeless at rock bottom. It's not a case of like would you, but it's like should you change things? What's the point of living a life if you can make everything perfect? Because obviously you look at emotions and things, and they always say, like, if you watch Doctor Who and everything, like a Cyberman, where you don't have like any emotion sometimes because things can be so difficult. What's the point of changing the past and the future and everything to give yourself the best life possible, in the sense that like you're never sad, you're never lonely, you don't lose people that you love. You can't just say like, oh no, you've got to live your life because people around you may pass away, you're going to be sad for a few years. But that's what it is truly to be a human. You can't have like the same perfect happy life forever. It doesn't work like life has to be a balance. That was it, a balance. You have to have a balance. I don't know if Jonas is like implying like you should have made it better, or you should have said something, but then that's like messing with the balance of life. Sorry. So does he think that this isn't real? It's just like a... Schmetterling.
Egon, yeah.
It's gonna make his life hell.
My only aim is to take many lives. The more, the better I feel.
Why does English accent sound so different? You succeeded with Helge, and then obviously failed when he woke up again, but... Unless, I've just had a theory. So maybe the people that go through the time travel device that Helge and Noah have in that room, you know, where Eric and obviously Mads... We saw Mads had Peter was obviously trying to give him CPR. So I don't know, obviously it must have been dead, and obviously the CPR obviously didn't work. He was still technically alive because he had a heartbeat. The machine that Helge and... I don't know if they created it, obviously, but it's that machine where it's a chair. It's contradictory, because I was about to say, what if people that are sent through time using that machine can't then unalive? But if Helge, as a child in 53, had gone through with that machine, he would have the scarring around his face, like obviously it would have melted his face. Maybe Helge was like the one that worked. If the machine didn't work properly, it was like a failed attempt with all the other kids, maybe it worked finally on Helge. It's another weird random theory, but that's all I've got at the minute because there's no answers anywhere. Punch him in the face. Punch him. He let you down, he kissed your girl. Punch him. I don't condone... Yeah, wee. Sorry. I don't condone violence, but I mean the apple doesn't fall far from the tree when it's Hannah involved, I suppose.
Mich sitzen lassen, mich anlügen, mit meiner Freundin rummachen.
I mean, it is going through it. Literally, his dad's just unalive. I forgot his name. I don't know his name. That's it, yeah, so he's making another one.
Den habe ich vor vielen Jahren gebaut.
The one that Claudia...
Es ist derselbe Apparat.
How does this not create a paradox? Because surely, if something that's the same touches...
Und die Vergangenheit beeinflusst die Zukunft.
It's the future.
Auch die Zukunft beeinflusst die Vergangenheit.
That's not the first person. Was it him that said that before? Wait, I failed to mention in the recap video that in episode 9, I mentioned something. I saw something that I didn't speak about. The barrels had been, like the yellow toxic barrels had been put into the lorry, and future Jonas came, like, and opened the door, came in, and he put like a little tube thing on top of the barrels. What was that? Was that like a remote bomb? It's German, and yet that's the second time someone said something in German that sounded English. Listen.
Was ist das? Cäsiums potenziert durch einen elektromagnetischen Impuls zu einem schwarzen Loch
Are they going to destroy Wyndham?
You've got a big storm coming.
This Jonas here has been saying that he wants to stop all the time travel and everything. I've just had a horrible thought. Present day 2019 Jonas is really not having a good time at the minute. Obviously, he's just kissed his aunt. He's just had a falling out with his good friend. He's obviously realised that his grandfather is sleeping with his mother. This future Jonas has got what looks like a rope burn scar around his neck. Is present day Jonas going to try and do what Michael did? Is this going to be the big thing of season 1 finale? How do these people know if like things have changed, apart from like visually seeing the obvious?
Im Herbst 53.
Fall?
53.
What's fall? Guys, I'm not American or German. Isn't that like when the leaves drop, which would then be nearing winter? See? Yeah, now Charlotte gets it. She understands. I've got a weird gut feeling that these two will never see each other in 2019 ever again. Are we going to find out who Charlotte's grandfather is? Yeah, look, his ear is just completely not an ear anymore. And we're going to get an answer why he's been leaving those like little acorn people. Ooh! We've never seen them speak to each other before, like, even talk to each other.
Wollen Sie zu mir?
So they know it's each other, obviously, clearly.
Du musst aufhören.
He's been saying that he wants to stop, and then this Noah, just shut up. Let me just listen. Yeah, but he knows because he said that he wants to stop.
Alles, was Noah sagt, ist eine Lüge. Du bist nicht auserwählt.
Who's the chosen one?
Will die Welt nicht vor dem Bösen retten.
Is Mikkel the chosen one? Is that why I got the red string on the photo, on the wall thing?
Heute ist der Tag, der Anfang und das Ende.
Is that a scar, or is that just because he's like, you know, on his left, does it look like a 26? Or a birthmark, look here, or like a brand? Or that could just be his beard. Is Hannah gonna get hit by that car about now? But I feel like this is him saying goodbye to her. As much as I don't like Hannah, I feel what he's just done there, like, she's gonna be worried.
Dann ist es vorbei.
A few more hours and it'll be over.
Mats wird leben. Glaubst du?
What, Claudia? Everything she said would happen has happened in the last 8 years. So that was the book that I was on about. When Jonas went to the past. I think there's factions. I think there's like the good and the bad.
Heute ist alles neu.
So it's the new 33 refresh thing. Is that what they're trying to say?
Aber wenn es Gott nicht gibt, warum glauben wir dann an eine Lüge?
Weil wir jede Lüge dem Schmerz vorziehen.
What, that there's nothing? Absolutely nothing.
Ich war noch ein kleiner Junge, kam ein Fremder zu uns. Er sah aus, als wäre er im Krieg gewesen. Hat nicht viel gesprochen. War diese Traurigkeit, die man manchmal sieht bei denen, die sterben wollen, aber das Leben ist in
That's him. They're talking about Jonas.
Er hat ein Zimmer bei uns genommen. Die Kammer gleich neben meiner.
Wait, his house? In the recap video, I mentioned that I'd noticed that the house that Helge was staying in with his mum and burned in 53, the giant house, was the hotel that Regina is now either owned or just working at. But he's just said his house. But then in 53, Noah was talking to Helge's mother as if he was like staying there. Was it his house to begin with?
Nicht.
I'm so confused.
Kein Atemzug. Kein Schritt. Ein ewig dauerndes Wunder.
Is this like going on Matrix where like Neo is the one and like now
Keine seiner Worte verstanden.
Jonas is like the one?
Erst später, als der Schmerz zu mir kam. Den Schmerz hat dich gemacht, Helge.
I don't know what's going on. She's gonna say I'll adopt him.
Ich habe mich entschieden.
So this is how it happened, like how it started.
Welcher Tag ist heute?
Der 12.
Ich meine, welches Jahr?
86.
Yeah, thought so. So is she gonna see? Yeah, but not Helge, Ulrich. Yeah, she knows it's confirmed. He's now. She knows. He's time travelled. But then she can't come and save him because she's got no idea how to get there. Like go through the tunnel and... Who's that? Oh, they're gonna beat him. Because obviously to them, they're he's a... Oh. Wow. I don't think Ulrich's going to make it out of 53 alive. I'm also trying to think of, obviously this is the last episode of season 1, I'm trying to think of like how and where they can go in season 2. This is when we saw Noah for the, was it the first time or the second time? I can't remember. But we've seen this, not this bit, but we saw Noah talking, like, yeah, we saw Noah before. That was easy. I thought it was going to be quite difficult to kidnap somebody that's traveling through time. He's in the room.
Du brauchst keine Angst zu haben.
Hey!
Wait, is that...
Was soll das?
That's
Was
him.
ist das hier?
That's future Jonas.
Warum haben Sie mich eingesperrt?
Das war Noah.
Oh, has he been working for... No! Has he been working with Noah this whole time? I'm going to be so angry if that's right, because I thought... I've been talking about these factions and obviously the split in the people trying to change things and stop other people. Get him out.
Das hier ist eine Art Prototyp einer Zeitmaschine.
Yeah.
Und du bist das Versuchskaninchen.
But...
Die Passage in der Höhle liegt genau unter diesem Bunker. Steht sie offen, läuft die Energie durch diesen Raum. Aber man muss sie verstärken.
I am you.
Weißt du das nicht?
I am you. I am you.
Der Brief. Du hast ihn verbrannt. Und trotzdem existiert er noch.
I am you.
Ich bin du. Mein Name ist Jonas Kahnwald.
I mean, thanks to the Netflix spoiler, I knew anyway. He hasn't got the burns all across his face, so either that's given us two choices, that this machine is about to work properly, or this younger Jonas, like 2019 Jonas, isn't going to get put into the chair because he doesn't have the burns.
Das ist verrückt! Das macht überhaupt gar keinen Sinn!
Well, it's time
Du
travel.
kannst dich jetzt entscheiden, mich
Nothing will ever
freizulassen.
make sense. Is that why he's got the thing? Because he wants to try and break the cycle?
Ich kann dich nicht herauslassen, weil du dann nicht zu dem wirst, was ich heute bin.
So I understand it now. So he's basically leaving him here so he doesn't then go and kidnap, because obviously younger Jonas wanted to go and bring Mikhail back to the present day, but then obviously this is again self-preservation. He knows that young Jonas can't be safe to keep their timeline safe because he wants to change it to make it so he's not going to be born. So leaving him in here, obviously he's lived through this, so he knows that no long-lasting harm is going to come to him. So he actually is a good guy. He's still trying to stop the time travel and everything, but the only good place and safe place that, like, for their own personal timeline, that younger Jonas can be is here, locked up, away from taking Mikhail back. So I think that's why young Jonas has in what I'm presuming will be season 2 the score around his neck, because he doesn't he wants to try and break the cycle that he's been told that he can't. So that makes sense actually, because obviously when you're told that obviously there's free will and everything, and obviously there's no free will, just want to point that out now. The amount of overlords and people like Illuminati and stuff like that, of people in power. Like, look at the pizza parties and things like that. There's no free will. You think you've got free will, but you're still being guided like a sheep to the unaliving house. So that kind of makes sense that Jonas is obviously being told by himself from 33 years later that there's no free will. Like, there's no, you think you're free but you're not. The only free thing you can do for yourself is unalive yourself. And I understand that, because when you think that your life will never be your own again because you're basically being controlled at every point, the only thing that you can do to rebel against that is to end it all, rebelling against it in the most like ultimate way of like, oh, well, you can't control me anymore if I'm not alive. So is that why he then has the next scar? Because he actually does try and do what Michael did. I don't know what that laugh was. I was watching that, sorry, there's copyright music then, so I didn't say anything. But I was looking at the wording, because obviously after watching the last 9 episodes again recently, I've been trying to pay more attention to the wording. I know there's foreshadowing, and the words, I won't wait for long. So I thought he was going to run the red light originally, but then I thought, wait, no. Either he's going to run the red light and someone's going to ram into him, or he's actually going to wait and he'll go through, but then somebody will run the red light and then hit him. Love is created through bravery, so don't think about it twice. We ride on fiery wheels towards the future through the night. He's in a car at night time, heading towards a future that Noah's guiding him through, because he keeps saying that he doesn't want to do it anymore, and yet Noah keeps pushing him to do it, so he's been guided. He's not even dead. Show me, show me. Peter? Is it Peter? Oh, it's old Helge. I thought that would be really climatic there. I thought it was going to be like somebody with a twist, but I was hoping for more from to be honest, not going to lie. Peter's going to tell her everything about like the book and everything. And this is definitely Noah, because it's got the flashy car with the front, yeah, the thingamajig. Is he here to see Bartos? The older Jonas will destroy the hole, but he doesn't realise that he will be the one to trigger its existence.
Das Cäsium in seiner nutzlosen Maschine ist nicht dafür da, das Loch für immer zu vernichten. Dafür da ist überhaupt.
So it wasn't the explosion. We saw, and I mentioned this in the recap video. In '86, Bernd spoke to Claudia the day she took over the plant. Claudia got those results from a woman as she was just starting a day and thought, oh, these results look wrong or just weird. And then obviously Bernd spoke to her about the accident on one of the floors where there was some sort of explosion and it was covered up. Everything was safe and sorted. The workers got a massive, huge pay rise bonus thing. I thought that was a thing that connected the wormhole to the doorways, like in the tunnel. So that's not the case. So they're basically saying that the wormhole creates itself because the wormhole exists, but the power from the machine that creates the black hole, like the explosion, is the thing that creates. So it's the Ouroboros thing all over again. What exists because it creates itself.
Denkt, sei der Erlöser. Aber Claudia hat ihn belogen. Führt von fremder Hand. Die leben nur dazu da, geopfert zu werden für ein höheres Ziel. Jonas, Mikkel, die Kinder, sie alle sind nur unglückselige, aber notwendige Schachzüge.
So, I can't tell, I'm guessing he's against Claudia.
Die Vorherrschaft über das Reisen durch die Zeit.
See? This is what I've been saying. There's two, the light and the shadow. There's a faction. And they're both fighting against each other to get control of time. Oh! This was in... I thought this was present day. This is... So, middle-aged Helge is in his own timeline, but what we've seen here, present-day Helge, is now in 86 and he's unalived in 86. So we just need 86 Helge to unalive, and literally Helge is now unalived at every stage of his life, like kid, middle-aged, old man. I'm definitely watching this again. Before I post it, obviously I'm going to post this reaction, but... So she's the shadow and he's the light. Yeah, because he literally got the guy to make the machine.
Wir werden den Menschen aus seiner Unmündigkeit befreien.
But you can't free humanity because you can't play God. There's two tunnels, and I've always thought that one tunnel will take you to the past. But then now I think about it, Jonas went left and it went to 86, or it went right and it went to 53. I was about to go on another rant about how the cave doesn't take you to the future. It does, because like, if you're in the cave in 53, you can end up in 2019, which is 66 years in the future from 2053. I would have liked to have seen... Don't get me wrong, this show is amazing, and I've loved like every second of it. There's been some bits where it's got me so frustrated, but I would have liked to have seen what their take on 33 years from 2019 would be. This EMT is gonna create the wormhole connection, but it's already there to begin with. I need to sneeze again, and I feel like this is gonna be a huge part that I don't want to miss. Don't sneeze. And we haven't found out what happens with her. You know, if she doesn't like her, the cat's mother, Regina, we don't know. All we've heard is obviously that Regina's ill. And it's the season finale! I mean, I know obviously, thank God there's 2 more seasons, but you know, if I was watching this live as in like day to day, I don't know how if they posted it all in one, but like live as in when it first came out, I would be so miffed if they left season 1 on a cliffhanger with not knowing if Regina's going to make it or not. That's giving like Under the Dome vibes right away. As much as she is literally the daughter of a horrible person, just because your parents are horrible doesn't mean that you're going to be horrible. What's that? Why's she got a gun? And there's no answer on how he woke up again. His ear is intact, like it's not deformed. How is he alive? Honestly. Wait, are these two going to see... Is Jonas going to see Helge? That's a bit wizardry. Oh no, his ear is a little bit messed up. Never mind, I thought his ear was fine. Take back everything I said about his ear. Haven't we seen this before? Wasn't this the beginning of the series? And then this is the room that's got all the portraits on. And so how did Jonas get... I thought they'd just switched and he'd gone to the bunker. And Helge had gone to where Jonas was. No, I know. I need to do a deep dive again. Sorry. There's 2. Was it always 2? No, I'm looking at Franziska. It's giving an American Horror Story Apocalypse vibes. Wouldn't it be funny if this was 33 years after 2019? I've been saying I wanted a future. What the? Wait. Is this the future? Is this... Did it happen? That's the power plant. Radiation... Is it Chernobyl 2.0? Radiation affected area, Winden. Danger of unaliving. There, look. They're destroyed. How is Jonas walking around here if the radiation's that bad? Like, he's not instantly soup goop. The radiation can't be that bad.
Welches Jahr ist es?
Who is that?
Willkommen in der Zukunft.
I called it. Wow. Oh, my hair's all squiffy. Not only have we had the past, like 86 and 53 to deal with, we've now got the future. I'm so confused. At least we know that Jonas is alive, and it didn't leave it on a cliffhanger, and obviously the town is wrecked because obviously the radiation zone. Guys, I really want to get into episode 1 of season 2, but I need to wait. Let me know. This is the theme of this video. Give me all the information because I feel like I've missed loads. But no, I hope you've enjoyed that. I've absolutely loved it. I'm going to take off the Patreon exclusive content on Patreon because it's stressing me out too much. I feel like I should just keep everything for YouTube. I'll still have a Patreon for like early access. I'll just keep it as like a 1 tier, just early access, and that's it. I've got so many other animes that I've seen on Netflix I want to watch. For all the people that subscribe for the anime, I think I might bring the anime back, like I said, and it'll be a case of like Monday and Friday. I will see you in season 2. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button up there. Bye-bye! Bye! Bye-bye.